Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer admits their initial take was a bit too harsh, stemming from some disappointment over the electric bike's range. At first, they only managed to get about 17 miles on a charge, far short of the advertised potential. However, upon further reflection, our reviewer realized this was almost entirely due to a significant uphill portion on their regular route home. They now believe that on flatter terrain, the bike would easily meet its projected range, showcasing the importance of real-world riding conditions on battery performance. Similarly, the top speed was another point of initial concern. While the machine is capable of hitting high speeds, our reviewer, who is on the heavier side for the bike's capacity, found they personally topped out a few miles per hour below the maximum. They noted with good humor that their lighter children had no trouble reaching the bike's peak speed on a long, smooth stretch of road. This experience highlighted that performance is directly tied to factors like rider weight and terrain. What truly won this client over is the immense power from the dual motor system. They spent weeks searching for the most powerful yet street-legal option for their state and found this model to be the clear winner. The design is particularly clever, as each motor sits at the legal power limit, and one can even be disconnected if necessary to comply with stricter local regulations. Our reviewer usually rides with a moderate level of pedal assist to stay within the legal speed limits in town, but they love having the extra power on tap for use on private property. After testing numerous other models, they confidently call this machine the absolute best they have been able to find for their specific needs.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer had a bit of a rough start when this electric bike arrived with bent front forks, likely a casualty of its considerable weight during shipping. However, our reviewer noted that the seller was very responsive. After sending a few photos of the damage, new forks were dispatched right away. While the replacement parts took a little longer to arrive than hoped, this customer, having the skills to do the work themselves, was pleased with the resolution. They were particularly surprised that the small, included toolkit was all that was needed to complete the fork installation, though they do plan on giving the entire machine a once-over with more robust tools to ensure everything is tightened down properly. Initial test rides left a powerful impression. For a larger individual, this fat tire bike demonstrated what our reviewer described as scary fast acceleration and speed. The performance was so significant that despite not usually being overly cautious, they strongly advise anyone riding this bike to wear proper safety gear. The power from the dual motors is substantial and commands respect on the road. Even after extended use and putting many miles on the odometer, this client reports that the bike is still going strong, proving to be a durable and reliable ride. A few minor quibbles have surfaced over time, mostly related to the included accessories. The phone mount isn't compatible with their particular phone case, and the mirrors don't extend out far enough for a bigger rider to get a clear view. The included lock is a nice touch, but it's more of a basic deterrent than a high-security solution. Despite these small accessory issues, the core performance and durability of the bike have been excellent, and the overall verdict remains overwhelmingly positive.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer recently got their hands on an adult electric bike, primarily drawn to its promise of all-wheel drive motors and the potential for a high-quality battery, an aspect our reviewer suspects is a reputable brand, even if not explicitly stated. It seems those core specifications were a major selling point. Regarding some of the bike's components, this client found the braking system to be perfectly adequate, performing reliably and as expected for an electric bike of this type. However, the suspension, particularly at the rear, proved to be a significant point of contention. Our reviewer described the original rear shock as utterly useless. It was incredibly stiff, offering virtually no movement or compression whatsoever, which entirely defeated the purpose of a full suspension setup. This problem was so pronounced that the original shock was promptly discarded. Our reviewer then invested in an aftermarket air shock set to a much more appropriate pressure, which dramatically transformed the ride quality and the overall functionality of the electric bike. The front suspension, while not as problematic as the rear, also left a little to be desired. It functions, but our reviewer noted it doesn't offer much compression, though it was something they decided they could live with rather than replace immediately. Despite these issues with the suspension, our client ultimately views this electric bike as a very strong contender in its class. The core performance, especially with those powerful motors, really impressed them. The general consensus is that it's a great electric bike overall, but it's clear the manufacturer missed an opportunity by not including a more functional suspension system. If the suspension components had been up to par, offering at least basic effectiveness right out of the box, our reviewer indicated this electric bike would have easily earned a top rating.
Appreciate you watching. If this video helped, like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts below. See you soon.